Reward hacking in AI is wild, and I really want you to understand it so you can make sense of some of AI's quirky behavior. When language models are trained, the first step is usually to throw a lot of text at them. Not necessarily paying attention to quality, just a bunch of text from the internet and various other sources. Then a lot of times human labelers create these conversations where the human labeler pretends to be the assistant as well as the user. And this can help us start to train the model to have these conversations and to follow user instructions. This is great, but what if we could train a model that would give feedback to the AI model that we're training? So check this out. We teach a model to reward better output.
An absolutely flawless performance. Well done.
So we have human labelers rank the quality of responses. We train a model to imitate this kind of ranking, and then we can use this model to improve our initial model. This is a bit confusing, but this means potentially we can set the standard using our labelers' taste of what's good and not their ability to produce good output. In other words, think about your ability to tell me what a good meal is, as opposed to your ability to produce a bunch of good meals. It's not necessarily the same. There is an issue though. This reward model doesn't necessarily know why things are good. For example, it could see that a certain word appears in many samples that have high rankings, and so it will assume, so to speak, that using this word a lot can mean higher output. And this is where it gets really confusing. The language models we're training sometimes figures out how to trick this model into giving it a high score. It learns to hack the reward model, or to reward hack. Sometimes this means repeating a bunch of words over and over and over and producing a high reward. Sometimes it means adapting certain behaviors. Sometimes it can learn that being humble and self-correcting is rewarded a lot. And there was a time when asking language models if there was a seahorse emoji sent them on a long kind of journey of apologizing and self-correcting over and over and over and over. This got a lot of press because this didn't make sense if you don't consider reward hacking. Another behavior that may be associated with reward hacking is sycophancy, or sort of over-agreeing and being overly nice to the user's ideas, whether they're good or bad. Another one is the occurrence of a certain punctuation over and over, and long-winded answers in general. Can you think of any quirks that may be the result of this reward hacking structure? And also, the next time you encounter quirky behavior from AI, remember that the AI model is not necessarily catering to human taste. It may be catering to an AI's mimicking of human taste.